Hello, friends. I'm really happy you're here again today. I'm Tom. Maybe you're a little tired. Maybe your mind is full. Maybe you don't want to study English today. But it's totally okay. Just being here right now is already a small step. And small steps are truly beautiful. Today we will talk about a simple but very important topic. Connecting your English goal to real life. Many people keep English in the book. They keep it in the notebook. They keep it on the phone. But they do not use it in real life. When goals are placed outside of daily life, the mind also pushes them away. Motivation disappears. And students ask themselves, why am I not improving? But this has nothing to do with you. The problem is the system. Because English is truly like a breath. When you don't connect your goal from time to time but actually merge it with your life, it becomes a routine. It becomes a part of you, like eating, like drinking water, and that continues naturally. Now I want to tell you a small story. Yesterday morning I woke up early. I was making coffee. Suddenly I realized that my English goal wasn't even in my mind. I had a plan, but the plan was only on paper. It wasn't inside my life. I stopped for a moment and thought, Tom, how can you connect your goal to real life? Because if a goal is not inside real life, it just stays as a nice idea. And nice ideas disappear very quickly. In that moment, I did something very small. While drinking coffee, I said one English sentence to myself. It was simple and easy to understand. But with that small sentence, I started my day in English. My goal was no longer sometimes. It had found a place inside my life. And in a funny way, my motivation increased. If you have small habits like this, you can share them in the comments. This will motivate us a lot. And this is exactly today's topic, connecting your English goals to a routine. Because when routines exist, goals become easier. They become simpler. And this helps you progress. I can almost hear what you're saying right now. Starting is hard. Continuing is hard. Life is very busy. These feelings are completely natural. We've all experienced them at some point. But when you combine your goals with your daily life, that's when limits disappear. Because the mind understands natural things faster than difficult things. And when you show this to your real life, the goal becomes normal. Today, we will learn how this connection is created. No big steps, no complicated system. Just you, your time, and your English goal. That's it. And believe me, when these three things come together in the right way, progress comes naturally. Some people are afraid of their English goals, as if while trying to reach the goal, they are moving away from life. But the goal is always beside you. While eating breakfast, while walking on the road, or during your lunch break. Everywhere you take a step. Breathing with your goal increases your strength. Because if a goal is only on note papers, that goal does not help you. But if you bring it into your life, it carries you. Now, I want to teach you an important word. Today's word, connect. This word means to link, to bring two things close together, to unite them. Here are a few simple examples. I connect English to my life. I connect the word to my feeling. I connect the goal to my daily routine. I connect the word to my feeling. I connect the goal to my daily routine. Today, you will understand all of these to be able to connect. We will connect your English goal to your real, normal, ordinary day. Because a goal you connect with is not a burden, it is a friend. Now imagine a small scene. You don't need to close your eyes, just think. You wake up in the morning, you check your phone, a message, a notification, a plan. But where is your English goal? If the goal is not connected to your morning, the day can make you forget it. But with a small action, you can bring it back. For example, as Tom, while preparing my morning coffee, I say a short English sentence to myself. I am ready. That's it. Very simple, very small. But this small sentence connects the goal to the day. Now, the goal is not outside. The goal is inside the day. Now I want you to do this too. Mini task. Choose a moment today. A very small moment. Maybe while drinking water. Maybe while going out the door. Maybe on the bus. And place one English sentence into that moment. It can be very simple. I can learn. This sentence connects your goal to life, because things inside real life are not easily forgotten. Now we will do a small practice. This is a shadowing exercise, so you will repeat with me. It's enough to say it as short and slow as I say it. If you're ready, here we go. I will say it, you will repeat. I connect my goal to my day. Repeat. Small steps are enough. Repeat. I am learning today. Repeat. The power of these sentences comes from their simplicity. No difficult words, no big grammar, just small steps connected to daily life. And small steps open the door to big goals. Now I want you to imagine one more short scene. You are walking. The street is normal. People are normal. But there is one sentence in your mind. I am learning today. This sentence changes you because your mind hears the message you give to yourself, and the small, quiet light of motivation inside you turns on. So the goal becomes not an obligation coming from outside, but a choice coming from inside. And when it becomes a choice, a habit begins. This is exactly what we want. English becoming a normal part of your life. Not a difficult task, not a big project, just a small connection. Small but strong. Today's main idea takes shape here. When the goal enters your life, it grows. It develops not when you force it, but when you live it. That's why the word connect is so important. Today, you are not only learning a word, you are learning a method. You are learning a way of thinking. And this way of thinking says, I connect my goal to my life. I connect it from one point every day. This is the real key to progress. When you combine your goal with real life, it carries you even on difficult days. Because your goal is no longer abstract, it is part of your daily routine. For example, on days when I am busy, my mind can get confused. There are moments when I say, I don't want to study today. But with a small step, I continue. Maybe just one sentence, one word, one breath. And in a funny way, I feel connected to my goal and calm. That's why I will give you another sentence. This sentence is your ritual sentence. You can repeat it anytime you want. It is short but very powerful. One small step today. With this sentence, you will remember this. For big steps, we must first take small steps. And this will show you the importance of one small step. Maybe today you can't study for 20 minutes. Maybe learning vocabulary feels hard. But you can say one sentence. You can remember one word. You can do one mini practice. This is your small step. And this step carries you toward your future. Yes, friends, if you also think small steps are important, you can write where you are watching from in the comments. Now let's do a short visualization. Be very calm. Take a deep breath. And imagine, you are inside your day. A normal day. Maybe you're going to work. Maybe you are at home. Maybe you are on the bus. In that moment, a thought appears. One small step today. This thought does not pressure you. It does not scare you. It gently pushes you. It reminds you. It brings you back to yourself, and you take that small step. Maybe you say one sentence. Maybe you repeat one word. Maybe you do a short shadowing practice. The moment is small, but the effect is big. Now, to strengthen this feeling, we will do another shadowing. I will say it, and you will repeat it. Short, clear, calm. If you're ready, we begin. Today, I take one small step. Repeat. My English is part of my life. Repeat. I grow little by little. Repeat. These sentences build small bridges in your mind, because word and emotion connect. Goal and day connect. And without noticing, you begin to progress. The biggest barrier for beginners is the expectation of big steps. But real progress starts not by moving walls, but by moving stones. That is why today I will give you a task. Very easy, very simple, but very effective. Today's mini task: choose one moment in your day. In that moment, say this sentence to yourself. My English is part of my life. You don't need to look for a special time to say it. In fact, the more normal the moment is, the better. Because we want to place the goal inside daily life. The more natural the goal is, the more naturally you progress. Maybe you are thinking, but Tom, sometimes English scares me. This is very normal. Feeling this is very human. When learning something new, the mind sometimes tightens. It asks, can I do it? It feels, maybe I'm slow. But this is where connection comes in. Connect. Fear grows when things are disconnected. But when the goal is inside your day, fear becomes smaller. Because it is you, your life, your rhythm, your steps. Now take a deep breath. Say inside yourself, I am learning today. This sentence doesn't pressure you. Sometimes it is just acceptance. Today I am learning. Maybe not much, maybe little, but I am learning. This thought relaxes you. Because you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be fast. You just need to connect. It is enough to know that your goal is not far away from you. Because it is inside your day. Wherever you are, it is there. That's why what we learned today is not just one word, not just one story. It is a method, a way of thinking. And this way of thinking will carry you forward. Sometimes people think their goal is not improving because they don't see big results. But big results are made of small connections that grow inside. And today, you built those connections. You learned one word, you said one sentence, you took one step. And all of these are real progress. The goal is no longer outside. The goal is inside your life. Everything we did today showed you something. When English connects with your daily life, it becomes easier, lighter, and more natural. Learning stops being a burden. It becomes a breath, a routine, a small ritual. And you grow without noticing. Because the things you connect with are not forgotten. The things you connect with carry you forward. Now, to strengthen what you learned, I will ask you 3 small questions. You can think of it like a mini test, but very calm, very soft. If you're ready, we begin. 1. What was today's main word and what did it mean? Think for a few seconds. 2. What was today's ritual sentence? Repeat it in your mind. 3. What small step can you take today to connect your English goal to your day? Give yourself an answer. These 3 questions fix what you learned into your mind. And now a small door has opened inside you. You can take one step through that door every day. Not big, not difficult, just one step. And every step takes you a little further. Now I want to leave you with a little motivation. Maybe sometimes you will feel slow. Maybe you will forget. Maybe you will feel tired. But remember, as long as your goal is inside your life, you are never at zero. Every small movement turns you into a person who learns. This is very valuable, and you did that today. Remember today's core sentence once more. My English goal is part of my real life. The more you hear this sentence, the more you begin to feel it. And what you feel changes what you do. English is no longer a distant goal standing far away from you. It is a partner walking with you. Finally, I leave you with a very small task. Choose one moment today. In that moment, say this quietly just once. One small step today. That's all. This small sentence is your clue. It connects, it opens a door, it moves you forward. If this episode made you feel good, if it helped you, you can subscribe to the channel if you want. This is completely your choice. But being here, listening, taking this step, all of these are already a big success, and I am proud of you for that. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for walking with me today. In the next episode, we will take more small steps together. You are ready, truly ready.